Hello there, it's Jamie Asher. I'm your transgender twin flame. How are you doing today? I just thought I'd make a short one here, show you about this town I live in. That's the DHS there. They couldn't help me find shelter except for 30 miles away from here. I've gotten a credit from the Community Action Center here that's supposed to help me with housing. And I've gotten 2 landlords to call me back in 3 months. One of them was too far for me to go even check out. And I've given up on getting a place now. I was out in 9 degrees weather. I just want to show you who runs this piece of shit town here called Jackson, Michigan. See that green flag right there, man? That's Consumer Energy. You see this park here where they're hanging? They got 5-6 guys out here and a how much $100 a day or machine to hang a Christmas tree. And I just came from downtown where 50 homeless people, many of us kicked out of the faithless shelter here, the bullshitters at the shelter. And I get to come down here and look at 5 motherfuckers standing around getting paid by the fucking city to hang a fucking Christmas tree. I mean, who gives a shit about Christmas? If God's out in the fucking snow, you got God on the street corner here. You know, I had a SEAL come to me yesterday and start shit with me because I was smoking a cigarette on the side of the road. And he called the police. I told his piece of shit SEAL ass to go back to fucking China. I said, this is fucking America. I got a right to walk down the street just like everybody else. And I said, you ain't a fucking veteran. You're just a sack of fucking dog shit. And one of my best friend in my life, the man I respect the most, was a colonel in the SEALs in Vietnam. His name was Robert Bensinger. Colonel Robert Bensinger. Wounded 6 different times. Had to pay to get himself set up because the VA wouldn't even help him after he got out. His best friend died in his arms. And I got to put up with some son of a bitch pulling the name SEAL out of his bullshit bag because he probably was a fucking SEAL just to come here and fucking make life tough on his fellow Americans. That's the kind of garbage that makes a town like this work. If you look up there on these plaques, you'll see nothing but slave drivers, the people they respect in this town. You see people in this town, man, they respect money. And if you was a fucking billionaire walking down the street, they wouldn't know you from fucking Adam. But if they found out you had money, they'd be all licking your ass and shit. I was just talking to somebody who got kicked out of the faithless shelter. And she said, well, that's the way they do it. And she was there 90 days and making excuses. And she said, well, they just stay who they want to there. I said, it's because you didn't lick their ass long enough. And she laughed and she said, yeah, I guess that's true. And in fact, that's what everybody says about that place. It's only these Jackson idiots that respect the facade of integrity or whatever these people look up to here. It's just fucking garbage. This is a garbage hole. Jackson, Michigan. A fucking garbage hole. And you see this fucking facade, man? See, some of those motherfuckers hadn't even moved in fucking, minutes at a time. One of them's on his fucking phone. And look at the flags, man. You see those flags there? Shit. Fucking consumers flying beside the state and American fucking flag. Consumers ought to be fucking, fucking burnt, man. Burnt for for taxing Michigan people on electricity the way they do. This is the prison city. Transgender twin flame, over and out. I love you.